For our Montana International Trade Project, my team and I have selected Murdoch's Ranch and Home Supply as our company of focus and Brazil as our target country. Given Murdoch's extensive selection of agricultural and outdoor products and Brazil's expanding agricultural sector, we believe that Murdoch's Ranch and Home Supply has a strong opportunity to meet Brazil's growing demand for high-quality agricultural equipment and supplies. Founded in 1994 in Bozeman, Montana, Murdoch's Ranch and Home Supply was established by John Murdoch. Murdoch specializes in products designed for everyday practicality and durability, catering primarily to rural and agricultural communities. The company has recently reported a 32% increase in nationwide sales from February 2024 to the present. As of 2024, Murdoch's annual revenue is estimated at $489.1 million, with significant potential for growth through international expansion. Brazil, the largest country in South America, is recognized for its rich cultural heritage, vast natural landscapes, including the Amazon rainforest, and a strong soccer tradition. More importantly, Brazil is a global agricultural powerhouse, leading in the production of soybeans, coffee, sugar, and beef. Currently, Brazil is focused on expanding its agricultural sector through trade diversion and market development. However, the country faces several challenges, including rising fertilizer cost and fuel cost. Should these challenges remain unresolved, Brazil's agricultural sector could experience significant economic setbacks. As of 2021, crop and livestock production accounted for 8% of Brazil's gross domestic product, while the agriculture and food sector contributed to 29%. Additionally, agriculture employs approximately 15.1 million people, representing 50% of the national labor.
Looking at the social market of Brazil, Brazil is the 9th largest e-commerce market in the world and is rapidly growing as access to technology is expanding. For Murdoch's to be more successful, I would suggest setting up an e-commerce platform to help integrate into the market and reach more customers. Furthermore, Brazil is also starting to become more environmentally conscious as well. If Murdoch could portray themselves with a green message, they can better integrate into the Brazilian market. Throughout our thorough pestle analysis, Murdoch's Home and Ranch Supply should and would be successful within the Brazilian.
Hi everyone. Today I'll be covering the political and economic factors impacting Murdoch's potential expansion into Brazil and some strategy ideas that we can use to hopefully navigate these troubles. Politically, Brazil poses a challenge with high import tariffs and regulations that favor local producers. In order to stay competitive, Murdoch should form strategic partnerships with Brazilian distributors and even explore setting up local permanent production. This would help us bypass some of these important costs and regulatory barriers that stand in their way currently. Economically speaking, Brazil's growing agricultural market is a huge opportunity, but inflation, currency fluctuations, and poor infrastructure drive up costs. A smart move for them would be to either offer local financing options to Brazilian buyers, making products more accessible, or offering lines of credit and short-term loans to businesses in order to help them afford their products. Together, these steps position Murdoch's not to just enter the market, but thrive in it.
Going off of what Stefan said, I think that's important for us to acknowledge the political climate that we're entering and to understand the somewhat high tariffs set in place, which from the US to Brazil is 10 to 35%. But despite these tariffs, I think that there's still plenty of room for profit without raising the prices in either country. If Murdoch's were to start manufacturing goods instead of importing them, that could be a huge opportunity to keep everyone happy and to keep the same prices in both countries. I also think that now is a good time to enter the Brazilian market solely due to their handle on farming and the amount of goods that we need from their country. I also think that despite